Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. For today's class you are going to need a belt and a block. You can substitute books for the block. And we're going to start class standing at the top of our mat. Have your belt draped across your neck. Have your hands shining forward at your sides. Elongate your spine. Firmly plant your feet, taking a deep breath, close your eyes. Taking a deep breath, let it go, open your eyes, and take your strap in your hands. You're going to raise the strap up overhead. And what I want you to do is just gently move your arms slightly back with the strap and then bring it forward. Slightly back, bring it forward. Slightly back, bring it forward. Now this next time that you bring the strap back, I want you to bring it back even further and hold and bring it up front, and then take it a little bit deeper and bring it back up, and then take it even deeper. Feel free to widen your grip on the belt if you need to. Really stretch out your back here. Excellent. And then bring your hands forward. So tighten up your grip a little bit on your belt. Take an inhale, and then we're going to bend over to the right side, keeping our arms extended, our hands on our belt. And then come back to neutral spine. And we're going to go ahead and do that on the left side. Wonderful. Neutral spine. And now we're going to take our right hand behind our head. Keep your hand in your strap in your hands. Extend that left arm out. And then we're going to switch. So left hand behind the head, right arm extends out while you're holding the belt. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Wonderful. Now we're going to drop the belt with our left hand, and we're going to move the belt behind us with our right hand. So the belt is draped behind your back, and then you're going to take your left hand behind your back, grab the belt, walk your hands towards each other. They don't have to touch. Hold on to the belt and squeeze tightly with both arms, creating resistance between your arms. Really good stretch here. Opening up those back muscles. Lovely. So we're going to release our left hand, move the belts over to our left shoulder, bring that left arm up, grab the belt from our right, let it hang down on our back. Right hand comes up, grabs the belt, and then walk your hands towards each other and create that resistance and feel that stretch. Beautiful. Release. We're going to take the belt with both hands behind our back. We're going to inhale, come into a forward fold. Have your hands reach up towards the sky. Find your breath. Now bend your right knee. Move your hands towards the right and look up to the left. Excellent. Come back to center, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So straighten that right leg, bend the left leg, move your hands towards the left, look up to the right. Excellent. Come back to center. Bring your arms forward, release the belt. Then we're going to place our right hand in the center of the mat in front of us. Inhale, extend the left arm up towards the sky. Beautiful. Switch hands. Left hand goes down, right arm comes up. And then release your arm down. Full forward fold and slowly roll up to standing. Awesome. So now you're at the top of your mat, and we're going to move into our sun salutations. So go ahead, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. It's your first down dog of the day, so go ahead and pedal those feet. Loosen up those calves. Excellent. Look up. Step forward to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, and then hands together in front of your heart. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up. Step forward to the top of your mat into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together in front of your heart. And again, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up. Step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together in front of your heart. We're going to do sun salutation A one more time. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Find your breath. Look up. Step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together in front of your heart. Great job. We're getting warmed up here. We're going to move into our sun salutation B variation. So I want you to inhale, arms up, and then come into chair pose. Then forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Now we're going to raise up our right leg into three-legged dog. Go ahead and bend that right knee, curl it underneath you, and then step it forward. Bring that left knee down to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Make sure your knee is in alignment with your ankle. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. And now we're going to twist our torso. We're going to come into revolved low lunge. So you're going to hook your left elbow on the outside of your right leg. Right elbow points up towards the sky. Keep your gaze low at first. If your balance is good, go ahead and raise your gaze up. Beautiful. Gently release, unwind, put your hands on either side of your foot, plug in your left toes, straighten that left leg, step back into plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then we're going to move to the other side. So raise up that left leg into three-legged dog. And then go ahead and bend that knee, curl it underneath you. Step it forward, bring that right knee down to the ground. And then inhale, arms up. Make sure your knee and your ankle are in alignment. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart. And we're going to come into revolved low lunge on the left side. So go ahead and hook your right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Left elbow points up towards the sky. Find your balance and breathe. Excellent. Gently untwist. Plug your hands down onto the mat. Come into plank position. And then come down onto your knees and come into child's pose and rest for a moment. Then roll up into table. and push up into downward facing dog. And then look up to the top of your mat, step forward into forward fold. And then inhale, arms up, and then come into chair. And then push up into standing and bring your palms on either side of your body and have your palms facing forward, mountain pose. Excellent, release. Now I want you to go ahead and grab your strap again. And we're going to ground our left foot on the floor. Place your strap underneath the arch of your foot. Hold it with both hands and bend your knee and raise your leg up to at least hip height, if not a little higher. Find your balance. And then go ahead and just push your foot straight down to the mat. Let the strap go with it. And then inhale, raise it back up to hip height or higher. And then go ahead, push it back down to the mat. And again, inhale, bend that knee, bring it up, hip height. Now this time when you bring your leg down, I want you to extend it out, almost like you're kicking something away from you. And then bend that knee, bring it back to hip height. And this time when you push your foot out, I want you to have your leg a little bit higher than you did it the first time. And then inhale, bend that knee again. And then one more time, extend that leg out in front of you. Try to raise it up even higher than it was before. And tighten your grip on your belt. And if you can, raise your foot up to hip height. Beautiful. Release. Shake out your legs. We're going to do the other side now. So ground your right foot. Find your balance. Put your strap underneath the arch of your left foot. And when you're ready, inhale, bend that leg, bring it up to hip height. Now push that leg down to the mat. And inhale it back up, hip height. Exhale it back down to the mat. And then inhale it back up, hip height. And now we're going to kick out our leg in front of us. So go ahead, extend your leg out. Your foot is flexed. Beautiful. Bend that leg, bring it back up. And just like we did on the other side, extend that leg out. Bring it a little bit higher than you had it the first time. Bend that leg. And then we're going to extend it out one more time. Have it even higher than you did before. Tighten your grip on your belt and try to raise your foot up to hip height if you can, if it's not there already. If you can't, don't worry about it. Wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be today. You're still getting the benefits. And then gently release. Wonderful. You can set your belt down. We are done with our belt for this class. And now we're going to come into tree pose. So I want you to go ahead and ground your left foot into the mat. And then we're going to take our right foot and put it on the inside of our left thigh. Start with your hands together in front of your heart. Keep your gaze low. Once you find your balance, go ahead and play with raising your hands up. And you can also play with your gaze, moving it from down low to up high. It's okay if you sway, trees sway in the wind, and it's okay if you fall out of the pose, just get right back in. Beautiful. Release. And we're going to switch feet. Ground that left foot. When you're ready, bend the left leg and bring your left foot on the inside of your right thigh. Hands together in front of your heart. Find your balance. Find your breath. And then play with moving your hands and your gaze up as you're comfortable. Excellent. Release. Okay, so we are still standing at the top of our mat, and I want you to cross your left foot on the outside of your right foot. We're going to inhale our arms up, and we're going to bend over to the right side. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, arms back up. And then slowly with care, we're going to come into a forward fold, keeping our legs crossed. So slowly come down into forward fold. Enjoy that stretch in your legs. And breathe. Wonderful. Slowly roll up to standing, uncross your legs, and then go ahead and give them a shake. And then when you're ready, we're going to do it on the other side. So this time, your right foot crosses on the outside of your left foot. Inhale, arms up, and then we're going to bend over to the left. Wonderful. Inhale, arms up. And then when you're ready, forward fold. Excellent. Inhale, come up, uncross your legs, give them a little shake. Great. Now we're going to come into chair. So inhale, arms up, and then come back like you're going to sit in a baby chair. Put your hands together in front of your heart, and we're going to do revolved chair. So just like we did with low lunge, we're going to twist our torso, hook our left elbow on the outside of our right leg. Right elbow points towards the sky. Keep your gaze low to start. Once you find your balance, play with your gaze and see if you can bring it up. Wonderful. Come back to center. And then we're going to twist and do the other side. So this time right elbow hooks on the outside of the left thigh. Left elbow points towards the sky. Breathe. Excellent. Come back to center. Release your hands and come directly into a forward fold. Excellent. Now walk your hands over to the right. Come back to center, and then walk your hands over to the left. Excellent. Come back to center and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll yourself up to standing. Wonderful. And now we're going to come into a series of 3 chair squats. So we're going to go ahead, inhale, arms up, come into chair. And then push up into standing. Inhale. Come back down into chair. Come a little deeper than you were the first time. Excellent. Push back up into standing. And then last time, take a deep inhale. Come back down into chair. Come even deeper. And now I want you to have your toes touching. And you're going to start to bend down, coming into a squat. So your heels are going to come off the ground. Your knees are going to open up, almost like you're in cobbler or butterfly. And once you're down in this sort of crouched squat, if you can, put your hands on your ankles. And you can rest your forearms on the mat. This is called garland pose or malasana. If you can bring your heels all the way down to the mat, excellent, do so. But if not, no worries. And just breathe and forward fold. Beautiful. Now just go ahead and roll back onto your mat. And now I want you to go ahead and grab your block. You're going to put your block underneath you, bend your knees. Your block will be between your legs. We're going to come up into a modified hero's pose. So once you're seated on your block, I want you to take a look at your ankles. And you're going to physically move your foot to the outside of your hip. Have your ankles pointing up towards the sky. Make sure they're outside of your hips on both sides. If you feel any pain for any reason, you can flip your block to a higher level. And certainly if there's pain at all in your knees, just get out of the pose and feel free to sit in staff pose. But if you're comfortable and this is working for you, just breathe. Excellent. So we're going to come into a single-legged hero pose, and depending on how you're feeling, you can stay on your block and extend your right leg out and flex your foot. And this is enough for you today, then stay here. If you can do a forward fold on that leg, do a forward fold. If you're not feeling much of a stretch and you want to intensify it, go ahead and move the block and come on down. Just see what feels good for you today. Wonderful. Slowly come out of the pose, and we're going to switch legs. So if you want to be up on your block, be up on your block. If you don't, feel free to remove it. Make sure your left leg is extended and your foot is flexed. And then if it's within your practice today, go ahead and do a forward fold. Great job. Slowly come out of the pose. Move the block off this mat. And then bring your feet in together. We're going to come into cobbler pose. Elongate your spine. And forward fold. Beautiful. Slowly come up. And then we're going to come onto our backs, bend our knees, and we're going to come up into bridge pose. So feel free to keep your arms on either side of you. Inhale, pull that pelvis up towards the sky, create that space underneath your back. If that feels good, feel free to interlock your hands underneath your back and tuck your shoulders in. Just see what feels good for you. Beautiful. Gently release. Let your back rest on the mat. Now we're going to come up into bridge again. But this time when you come up into bridge, I want you to come up onto your toes. Beautiful. Gently release. Now from here, I want you to extend your right leg out, flex your right foot, inhale, raise that leg up towards the sky, and when you're ready, pull those hips up, push into bridge. Keep that right leg extending towards the sky. Beautiful. Gently release. Take a resting breath here. And then go ahead and bend that right leg. Extend the left leg out. Flex that foot. Inhale. Raise that leg up. Point it towards the sky. And then when you're ready, push up into bridge. Keep that left leg extending up. Pull those hips up. Beautiful. Gently release. And then I want you to bend your knees and give them a hug. And feel free to do a gentle rock side to side, massaging that lumbar spine. Wonderful. Bring your feet down to the mat, and we're going to come into reclined pigeon pose. So I want you to raise that right leg and put your right ankle just below your left knee. You're going to grab on to your left thigh with both of your hands, and as you're pulling your thigh towards your body, I want you to push your bent right leg away using your bent right elbow. So you're creating this great push-pull dynamic. For a more intense stretch, have your feet flexed. Beautiful. Release. And then we're going to do the other side. So this time the left ankle is going to hang out just below the right knee. You're going to pull that right thigh towards you while you're pushing that bent left leg away using your left elbow. Breathe. Excellent. Now you're going to release, and then you're going to pull both of your feet towards your hip. Just like we're in cobbler pose, but we're going to be on our backs. Breathe. And then I want you to take your right foot in your right hand, left foot in your left hand. Spread those legs open, have those feet face towards the sky. Happy baby. Let the weight of your arms pull your legs towards the mat. Excellent. Release. Bend your knees, feet on the mat. I want you to cross your right leg over your left. Extend your arms out into a T. Let your legs collapse towards the left as you look over your right fingertips. Beautiful. Bring your legs back up, uncross, and then switch the cross of your legs. And now your legs are going to fall to the right and your gaze is going to the left. Wonderful. Bring your legs back up, uncross them, do a nice big full body stretch, and release, and come into Shavasana. Release any tension that you're holding in your body. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. And surrender into your mat. Take a deep inhale in and let it go. Go ahead and wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, gently rock your head side to side, and when you're ready, roll onto your right side into a fetal position. And now gently push yourself up into a seated position. I want you to stack your palms one on top of the other. Have them face towards the sky. Elongate your spine. Close your eyes. And now we're going to move into our breathing exercise. So we're going to do our yogic breath here. So inhale, fill your stomach with air, fill your ribs, fill your lungs. Completely expand your body cavity with air until you can't take any more in, and then hold it. Gently exhale, pulling that navel towards the spine. And again, inhale, expand that stomach, expand the ribs, expand the lungs, fill yourself up with air, and hold it. Gently exhale, pull that navel towards the spine. Now continue at your own pace. and gently release. And now for the next few moments, I want you to practice your awareness skills. So first, I want you to be aware of the air around you. Is it moving or is it still? Is there a breeze blowing in your hair, cooling your skin? Or is there a warm heat, the sun shining on your back? Just be aware of the air and how it's affecting you. And then bring your attention to your ears. What are you hearing right now? What are the sounds around you? And then bring your awareness to where your body is touching your mat. Notice how you feel supported and strong. Notice the warmth where your body and the mat are touching. And then, while you're trying to keep all these different senses in tune, I want you to silently count to yourself to 10, forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue at your own pace, counting up and back from 10. Being acutely aware of how your skin feels, what you're hearing, and how supported you feel. Excellent. Release. Take a nice big inhale and bring your arms up overhead, hands together in front of your heart. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale, arms up, hands together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for taking time to take care of you today. I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for spending this time with me. Namaste.